What is up, members? It is time for the movie club review. We are going to be talking about my favourite book, If Cats Disappeared from the World. And frankly, I gotta say, they didn't butcher my favourite book. Let's go! They did not butcher my favourite book. So, If Cats Disappeared from the World, very quick overview if you guys, haven't watched the movie yet, or you read the book quite a while ago, if you've not read the book yet. Man is gonna die of terminal cancer, like tomorrow, and then the devil comes and speaks to him and makes a deal like, hey, if you want to live another day, you just need to erase something from the world, but it can't be anything. It has to be something that you actually care about. How far are you willing to go? And they really played it very well. Acting, very good. The main character was pretty good. The main love interest, who I really like in the movie, they don't give them names. They never give anyone names. No one calls each other by each other's name, which I think is similar to the same as the book. Because why? Why would you give... Why... It doesn't make... okay, sorry. This is like a screenwriting gripe, because again, I went to film school for a year, couldn't finish because I couldn't afford it. One of the things is, no, I don't call people their names when I talk to them. I don't. I will say, you, hey, you. Maybe I'll use a nickname. If I'm being cutesy with my partner, I'll use a nickname, perhaps. But I'm not really using their name, and in this, no one... Okay, well, the two romantic leads don't use each other's names. Friends, yes, but that is also written into the plot. So, anyway, going back, the female lead, she is spectacular, and she's actually been in a few animated films that I really like, and I might go off and watch a bunch of her movies, to be honest. She is very, very good. And I felt the movie in itself, overall, very well done. Excellent adaptation, in my opinion. I think this is a very, very good adaptation, and that is very commendable because Japan is very bad at adaptations, typically when it comes to anime. They lean way... I mean, no one is good at doing anime adaptations. I've heard the One Piece one is okay, but I've not read or watched One Piece, so... But generally, Japan, very bad at adaptations. But this, good. I thought this was a good adaptation of my favourite book, which is why I'm thinking, I love this. So, from us, they translated the book very well, almost basically perfectly, almost basically 1-to-1. They really had good acting. Again, the female lead was the best. The male lead was pretty good as well. I feel like, we're going to get into kind of light... Well, we're going to go into spoilers because obviously I need to compare it to the book. The way they presented the devil is just the main actor, but also just acting kind of mean and dressed in black. Not completely black, but blacker clothes. Really good. The mother and father's acting was very good as well. The flashbacks were really good. There was one heartbreaking scene. Where the dad is trying to take a photo of them together. It's like a flashback, and he's just breaking down. It's really well done. Music, excellent as well. The outro song, very good. This is one thing I like about Japanese movies. They always have really nice songs for the outros. I think other movies do this as well. At least I watch Bollywood movies. They do outro songs, but they're not... I don't know, they're always fun and lively because it's a whole different thing. They're trying to sell the soundtrack as a different thing to promote the movie. Whereas the soundtrack was probably sold to promote the movie as well, but it's just really beautiful and really links to the movie as well. I also watched Penguin Highway 2 days ago, and it does the same thing with the credits. And I will watch the credits when I'm watching a Japanese film because the songs are generally just so good. We should do that in Hollywood more. They did this with the Hobbit movie, wasn't it? They did the Ed Sheeran song. That was a good song. Ed, If you see this, Ed, good song, lad. Good song. Movie, okay. Okay. But, yes, getting back to If Cats Disappeared from the World. Yeah, very lovely, very sweet. The only thing I found that I was like, I could have done without this, and I wrote this in my Letterboxd review, was they used like some CG to represent stuff being erased from the world, but they only really did it once. So they used CG to represent... No, they did it later, actually. No, that's a lie. They basically used CG to show phones disappearing, but the phones just kind of melted. And I was like, oh. And this was 2016 CGI as well. And clearly it wasn't like... I don't know how they did it, because I don't know graphic effects, obviously, and yeah, I can't be too harsh on them because I couldn't even do what they did themselves, but the phones just looked like they were melting, but they looked very polygony, and I was like, this doesn't... It kind of broke the immersion a little bit. Some of the other stuff they did, like they used CGI to basically take a phone shop, and I can't remember what they turned it into. If they turned it into and like they had the signs change and the things on the inside like morph and move into stationery. That was very cool. I liked that. That was very, very nice. Really done, but like the melting phones, I didn't like. They had a home phone. It didn't melt. It just kind of flickered and disappeared. That would have worked perfectly fine for the phones, but I don't know. They just had it melting. That's the one like main CGI thing I didn't like. There were other CGI things they did as well that I quite like when, again, spoilers, he gets rid of movies. The DVDs are flying off the shelves and they're being replaced with books and they're flying on. I'm like, oh, this is really, really fun and really nice. So that was good. The only real thing I didn't like was the melting of the phones. It did really break my immersion at that point. The cat also, I couldn't tell if the cat was real. Obviously, if cats disappear from the world, there's a cat called Cabbage, which is such a beautiful little name. And also there was Lettuce, I guess, also. I don't know if he was real. Like, parts it looked like a real cat, and parts like they're holding the cat, it kind of looked like, it might not even been CGI, it might have been like a puppet, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it was a real cat. I can't tell. But yeah, I want to talk more about the plot, but also that's kind of ruining it's not really, they didn't change it. It's not like Kitchen where they drastically changed the story from the movie. This is from the book. This, they basically kept it near the same. I really did enjoy the part where they showed them traveling when they were in, I believe, Argentina. So that was really well done. Again, the shots of Argentina were beautiful. There's the one shot scene where they're in the waterfall and basically the female lead is basically just being, I'm gonna live my life, which really hit me hard as well, given my birthday was recently. So it just like the book, it hit really hard to home. It was really great. Again, the acting was lovely. I did like the way they ended it. I think they changed the location of not the big reveal, but the climax of the movie. They changed it, I think, from his home to being on a beach, and it's where you have that beautiful scene I spoke about where the father is struggling to take a photo. I think that was a really nice touch. It really made the scene feel big. I don't really want to spoil that part yet, just because in case you've not read the book or watched the movie, I'm not going to really go into it. But it again, just the book, the story, the plot is very good. It's very compelling. It's a very simple plot. I feel like more and more now I'm appreciating things that are more, I mean, I guess I always have, considering the kind of books I like, but books that are more closed in, a little bit more introspective. It doesn't have to be like, obviously Catabasis, which was our book club book of the month. It's an epic, and epics have their place. I really like epics, but this felt very insular. They could have very much, made the story happen in one room if they really wanted to and relied on flashbacks. But they didn't. They went out and about. There was beautiful homages to film in there. The shots, excellent. The dialogue, very good, but also a lot of that dialogue does come out of the book as well. So it's just a very good adaptation. Again, like, by benchmark, what a bad adaptation is Kitchen, where they, like, get halfway through the book and then just completely change the ending and it takes away all of the, like, heart of the book. Whereas this one, I really felt like they stayed true to the book, made some tweaks here and there, probably for cinematic purposes, which I'm fine with, because, books aren't super cinematic, and I'm the kind of person who can't see things when I'm reading them, unfortunately, so they're not cinematic to me at all. So I really appreciate the changes they made to make the movie a little bit more cinematic and beautiful. It's a wonderful movie. Now, this is between us, me and you, the viewers. I'm going to put a link to where you can watch it with English subtitles, because even through my other means that I have, I couldn't find it with English subtitles. There is one place where you can. The link will be in the description down below. Do that. And if you really love it, maybe try and find the DVD and buy that to contribute. I'm considering it. I really do love buying and owning DVDs and Blu-rays of movies I love, and maybe eventually doing that thing where I create my own streaming service, because, God, Netflix removing shows that Netflix produced from Netflix. What are you talking about? So, yes, that will be in the description for you to get. But yeah, beautiful movie. It's a beautiful book, beautiful source material. You're oftentimes going to get a beautiful movie. So I really, when I finished that movie, I was just sitting there, I was like, wow. So that was the Movie Club movie of the month. What we are watching in March, as you guys know, we are watching Tales from Earthsea, the Studio Ghibli adaptation. Obviously, we spoke about this before. This is not a good adaptation, apparently. This is apparently very bad. But I am looking forward to it. Not the worst. Very bad. And in part, it is because it was Goro Miyazaki, and Hayao Miyazaki walked out being like, this felt like you didn't make this out of art, you made this from your own personal feelings, and that's bad. And it's like why people don't like Miyazaki, but I kind of get it, because I've watched Goro Miyazaki's other movies, and even though From Up on Poppy Hill is lovely, I adore that movie, he also made Earwig and The Witch, and that's a disaster. So this is the only one of his movies I've not seen. So let's see if I'm looking forward to it. I love Earthsea anyway, so maybe hopefully my love for Earthsea can make me accept if this is a bad movie. But yes, Goro Miyazaki's Studio Ghibli's The Tales of Earthsea. Oh, anyway, yeah, go to the description and watch. When you've got time, it's like an hour and 40 minutes. Watch If Cats Disappear from the World. And to be honest, it's one where I'm like, if you haven't read the source material, you can watch this and you'll get basically the exact same experience, which is lovely.